I 26M am buying a house with my girlfriend 27F, and she invited her mom and brother to live with us. For starters, using my burner account. Me 26M and my girlfriend 27F of 4 years are in the final steps of buying a house. It's an exciting time and journey, but everything changed today. Her home life has never been easy. Her father has always been an aggressive man to the whole family, and has hit her mom before. It has been a few years since it had last happened, but a few days ago it happened again. Her brother just turned 18 and suffers from anxiety. He never leaves the house and quit school altogether, and her mom works minimum wage. Well, she told me a few hours ago that she found out what her father did, and said that they could come live with us when we move to the new house. I don't know what to do here. I love her to death, and I feel awful that I even feel like this. But this is not something that I want for us. We haven't even started living together. It was supposed to be the next step for us. And all of a sudden this happens, and I might have to share a house with her family as well. I know that this might sound selfish, but I feel sad that she didn't even speak with me first about this. It's our house. These decisions should be made together. I don't know, just want some advice on how to take the next steps. Feeling a little lost and conflicted right now. Has anyone been in this situation or similar before? Edit. I see a lot of concerns about the legal aspects of buying a house with a girlfriend. We live in a European country. Some things work differently here, and this is one of them. You definitely aren't selfish. She can't just ask someone to move into your home without checking with you. Buying a new house is already stressful and may strain your relationship. Adding other people into the equation will make it even worse. I'd talk to her from this angle. If she insists, I'd back out of the sale, which would probably also mean the end of your relationship. I'll be honest with you, I would be putting the brakes on buying that house immediately. Buying a house together when you're not married is a huge issue to begin with. If you split up, you won't be able to get your name off that mortgage. You'd have to both agree to sell. Especially if your GF's family is living there. You'd be the one getting kicked out of the house. If moving in is the next step, then it's strongly advisable to rent, not buy. I sincerely hope this isn't the first time you've heard this advice. As to your GF's offer to her family to live with you both. The solution, as always, is to communicate. I'm sorry, I know the situation at home is bad, but I can't support your family. Never buy a house with someone who you are not married to. Don't let it happen. I was also in that situation, and their family made living in my own house a living hell and fostered resentment on both sides. They refused to pay rent too because their name isn't on it. It took a formal eviction from the court to remove them. You are being set up to be the main support for this family. They all wanted the family away from the dad, and you are the vehicle they are using. You must be a chill kind of guy for your girlfriend to pull this stunt. Do not buy a house with her. Do not move in with her family. They think you are easily manipulated. You need to prove them wrong. She needed to talk to you. Have a serious discussion with her about this. It's your brand new house that you are paying for as well. There's no reason for her to decide something like that without you, and you should discuss alternatives after talking about why it hurt, or at least she needs to know she should talk to you now that you will be living together. Decisions like that should always be made together. Maybe they stay temporarily, or you help them move elsewhere for a period, but that's unacceptable IMO. I also agree this is worthy of backing out of sale if she pushes it. She's already testing your boundaries and not treating you as an equal, definitely not selfish. My 38 female, husband, 39 male, just admitted he hasn't gotten me anything for our 10 years anniversary. Wait, it gets worse. He didn't get me anything for Mother's Day or my birthday this year either. Money for us has been tight due to several factors, but I have still made sure he got something when it was a special day for him. On Mother's Day, he said I just didn't know what to do, and so I told him that morning and went and got it for myself. For my birthday, he gave me a letter stating he didn't have anything to give me but his love and apologized for not having money. A week before my birthday, he drove 4 hours to pick up a $100 item from an auction site for one of his hobbies. And now our 10 years wedding anniversary is on Friday. I ordered him customized items. 2 items arrived over a week ago, and 1 more should have gotten here last week, but it's lost in transit. I had to call the postal service to investigate, and he walked in when I was finishing up the call. He asked what the call was about, and I told him part of his anniversary gift might not get here on time. He said, "Oh, I forgot that anniversaries mean gifts. I just don't know what to do for those things. WTF. We have been together for 17 years. married for 10. He used to be so freaking romantic and gave amazing gifts and made me feel loved and important. Made it obvious that he put time, effort, and thought into his gifts, and now I get nothing. He knows he doesn't care. Hope you looked at him and told him that you aren't surprised since he hasn't prioritized you in years. Tell him it's not about the money or the gift, it's more about the lack of effort. Like he could have cooked for you, done an at-home spa day, made a card. Whatever, but he chose to do nothing. Like there are cheap options to make someone feel special. Effort is sometimes worth more than an expensive gift. Start buying yourself presents and get him nothing. You're worried that you sound whiny. Seriously? This guy has blown off 3 important dates, but managed to buy him stuff for his hobby. So he's not broke, he just prioritizes his hobby over significant milestones in your life. Got it. I wouldn't be putting up with this, but that's just me. Fuck worrying about sounding whiny. This guy is lucky you haven't left yet. I'd already be out the door, I'm not gonna sound like a broken record for some selfish jerk. Nothing says you have to give him the present TS you bought. If he seriously gets you nothing, now that he knows you've bought, you're not obligated to actually give him the presents. Part 2. My boyfriend, 33M, was uninvited to my sister's, 34F, wedding. Can my relationship heal from this? //update // Hi everyone. For those who have been with me since I initially posted, thank you for your advice and strength light skin tone emoji modifier. For any newcomers, welcome. Fair warning, you might find my story to be a bit I want to be kind to myself. But it's hard not to think it's a bit pathetic. Especially since the fog has cleared. If you or someone you know is battling an emotionally abusive partner, please have them read the thread from my original post. Or know that if you post to Reddit, your delusions will be blown away by, mostly, kind strangers. Original post below. Update. Sorry it's a long one, and I word vomit. I also have ADD. And maybe a slight tism. My oldest brother, 35M, is severely autistic. Less than 10 people in the world have what he has. He can't walk, can't talk, can't do anything, and we have no way of communicating with him or vice versa. Eve also thinks she was touched with a little bit of it. We joke about how our brother got the worst of it, then my sister got a little, and I have the least LOL. That might sound rude or fucked up, but if you have a sibling with autism, you can probably relate to dark family humor. This is a topic for another thread LOL, and I'm word vomiting again. Sorry. Okay, here's my update. Shortened version. I'm going home on Thursday. Alone. I will probably need someone to come back with me and help get my stuff. And help me not fold again. I want to be strong and do it on my own, but I know having someone there to hold me accountable will help a lot. Long version. We had a long talk. And I studied the threads all week, so I came prepared. He's still guilting me about the wedding. I told him I didn't want him to be there. He said if that's the case, I should just go home. I said okay, I will. Then he proceeded to excuse his actions, again and again. I promise I won't do it again. I will be better for you. I knew it was a bot. I was just messing around trying to see what it would do. It meant nothing. What do you even want? Is anything I do good enough for you? I'm embarrassed and disappointed in myself. I don't want to exist. I have no one anyway. If she /Eve/ doesn't want me to be a part of the family or go to the wedding, then fine. She never liked me and was probably hoping for an opportunity to get rid of me. Does the last 3 years mean anything to you? You know I love you. There's no way you don't know that. It's because Eve knows and doesn't want me at the wedding. That's why you're feeling like this. It's that manipulative back and forth tone, hateful then remorseful, trying to gauge if he'll get comfort and reassurance from me depending on how he phrases it. I held my ground. I kept imagining if this was my sister Eve, or my other sister, 34F, adopted, Jace, or my best friend, Gigi, 30F. Jace and Gigi knew what had happened since April. Jace was the sister who thought he was ugly AF, but got to know him, and could understand why I was with him. Gigi always hated him. Both encouraged me to leave. But both were hesitantly supportive when I said I decided to give him another chance. And I thought about so many of you who shared your stories with me. I thought of my future. I thought about my 14-year-old self. I told him he was coming off as really manipulative. That kind of switched something inside him. He said he just wants to fight for me. I told him fighting for me and respecting my boundaries are different things. You had 6 months to fight for me, and you did nothing but message a bot. But 6 months is nothing. This has been the hardest time in my life. I am going home on Thursday. Alone. I don't think I'll be able to pack all my stuff in the car like the last time I tried leaving. His schedule is different this week, so he'll be home on Thursday. He knows my weaknesses. He will likely say or do something that triggers me to stay with him. Either threatening his own life, safety, calling me soulless, or accusing me of never loving him, or my favorite, he accuses me of wanting to sleep with other guys. I have no way of knowing if those tactics will still work now, but I don't want to chance it. I'm not sure what he'd do if he saw me packing all my stuff again, so I'm just packing essentials. He knows I'm going home for a few days, and that if he didn't respect my boundaries this time around, it would speak volumes to me. He accepted and told me I should go home. I will probably have to involve someone in my family to help me get my stuff. I haven't entirely gotten there in my plan yet. Maybe Eve, maybe my dad. Maybe both. A powerhouse of two people with the strongest backbones I know. I know Eve would be absolutely pumped to help me with that. The other issue is my bike, a portable but very heavy piano, skis, and a bunch of other crap are at his mom's house too. Yes, he was 30 when we first dated and lived at home with his mom. Yes, big ick, I know. There were too many icks that I ignored. The reason why I haven't just left or told him I'm done is because I have no idea how he'll react. My piano means so much to me. I'm also an amateur nature photographer, and he has all of my photos on a hard drive at his mom's house. I don't want him to destroy my stuff, or threaten me with it. So yeah, I gotta get my stuff from his apt and his mom's house. My sister Jace's husband suggested I hire movers to get my stuff from his mom's house. I don't want to see or talk to his family. My next update probably won't come around until next week. I will keep y'all posted. P.S. I'm only ever on here to look at random stuff. I'm not really sure what the cadence is for updating everyone who responded. I really want everyone who put in the time to read and respond to get an update. There's an edit to my previous post that is technically more of an update, and I figured I would just create a part 2. Thanks, everyone. All my love and gratitude. Light skin tone emoji modifier K. Edit, sorry. I took out details about his family that were probably irrelevant and petty, but the point is, I don't want to confront them after I leave him. IYKYK. Try to get your stuff back, but also try to be okay with letting it go. He'll use it as a lever to try to force you back into his orbit. Definitely take reinforcements to help get your things. If there's any way to get the true valuables out sooner, do it. Hire movers for sure. Anytime you feel yourself questioning if this is right, call Eve or Jace or GG. Read these threads. You can do this. / someone who got out. This is an update I'm happy to read. Do not go back. Love yourself more. I'm proud of you, BB Redheart. If he threatens to end his life, notify supportive people in his life and the police. Don't let him hold you hostage with his own life. Call piano movers and get your photos from the HD before you break up with him. That might tip him off and you might have to break up with him then, but at least you'll have your important stuff. Have the police on standby when you get your things. Maybe call the police non-emergency line to see if you can get help getting stuff out of both places, or if they have advice. My 28F fiancé, 31M, told me today he doesn't want to chase me anymore. My fiancé 31M, who we'll call Brad, and I 28F went out to dinner tonight, and we were just casually talking in the car after it all. I don't remember exactly how the topic came about, but he basically told me to not get offended, and then proceeded to tell me he thinks it's too much effort and work to chase someone after you've hit what he feels is long-term in a relationship. We have been together for 8 years, engaged for 4. He kept stating his opinions harshly, and then when I asked him details, or if he felt certain ways about things, he would soften his words and tell me that I'm not understanding. For context, he wasn't talking about our relationship specifically, at least at first, but he also very much was at the same time because he used us as an example often, and then we were talking about us by the end. For additional context, my job involves me cooking a variety of different things. My heart hurts, aka I'm trying not to remember too many details lol, so all of this is paraphrasing, but the conversation basically went like this. Brad, I just think that if you want someone to still chase you after you've been together for like 5 or 6 years or so, you need to grow up. Me grow up? Like, what do you mean? Brad, hey, it's okay, don't get upset. Maybe grow up wasn't the right wording to use. Well, it's not like y'all are teenagers anymore. How many firsts can you have together? Once you've been together for long, you just relax a little. you know? I shouldn't have to work hard at my job and then chase someone who is already mine. Life is too busy, I'm tired. Me well. It's very common for women to like a bit of a chase and a thrill, you know? That's why the bad boy types are so appealing. Someone with a hint of danger to add some excitement. But, well, you can do other things that aren't firsts together. It doesn't have to be big things, either dinners together are nice, but you can go to concerts together or take a cooking class or like. Just do things together. Do things for each other. Brad, no, you don't get it, Sai. I can't be a bad boy at my ripe old age. It was different when we were younger, and we didn't have so many responsibilities. And see, things like going to a concert take time and planning. A concert you have to plan out in advance. Me, you don't want to plan things in advance? Well, even if you don't want to. You can still use the cooking class idea. Go to a haunted house around Halloween time, take a trip to a museum. Something like that. Brad, you want to take a cooking class? Me, I dunno, I just wanna do stuff with you. Like I said, dinner is nice and all, but we don't do things together. Brad, I shouldn't have to. You're mine already. I'm not going anywhere, you're not going anywhere. I kinda changed the subject from there, because, what do you even say to that? LOL, and later when we were doing something we had to together, he was calling me grumpy. I'm heartbroken that he doesn't want to chase me. I've known for years already that he hasn't been wanting to, but it hurts to actually hear it like that. Any advice on how to proceed, or how to try to get him to chase me again? Edit, for clarity and context. I am relatively new to actually posting instead of lurking on Reddit, so please tell me if anything should be added or changed here. I have used the word chase in this post because that is the specific word he used to describe the act of making plans and doing things and putting more effort into going out than just having dinner. As for what he sees as chasing, he sees this as making plans, physically leaving the house, and doing things that are for more than just food. When I use the word chasing in this post, the word I really should be using instead is something like connection. He likes to stay in, which is okay, but it leads to me feeling like all we do is hang out and not experience life together. When we do stay in, we usually play video games. This is an almost everyday thing, because he likes parallel play and video games to feel connected to people. I will play games with him, even when I do not like the game. He and I do both like food, but it makes me feel special to do activities together. He never seems to want to do the activities I plan for us, and that usually leads to me canceling at some point in time, usually last second because I feel guilty and that I am forcing him to do something he doesn't want to do. He has ADHD, so he gets bored by certain things easily. I suggested to him more than one kind of thing we can do over the years and expressed to him how much certain events meant a lot to me and that I want to do those more. He told NE he doesn't want to do those things. We go out about once every other week or so. I also have expressed to him before that I feel like he doesn't put the same amount of care into me that I do to him, but I did not blatantly say. I feel neglected. The way I have told him is in the form of this feels unfair. Whenever you tell me you're coming home, I boot your PC, turn on the air conditioner, turn on the fan, and usually start dinner for you. I always ask you how your day was, and you never do the same for me. And he essentially replied with, well, I don't know when you're coming home, and you always tell me about your day even if I don't ask. I make almost all the plans we have just in general. For example, I make holiday plans, I make plans for us to do things together. I give him ideas of things I would have fun doing, and ask if we could maybe go. Usually, if the answer isn't outright no, we end up getting all the way out to the car just for me to back out, because I know he's going to be bored. I initiate sex the most often. I never turn down sex from him because of my hypersexuality, and also wanting to feel connected to him. Sex has been a large source of strife in our relationship, unfortunately. He turns me down and has picked on me / mocked me in the past for having a higher libido and being horny all the time, etc., even after I told him to stop, because it hurts my feelings pretty badly. What do you mean by chase? The things you are talking about are dates, and are a huge part of keeping a relationship healthy and not jong stagnant. Is he saying he doesn't want to put any effort into doing things with you? If so, that'd be a big, I need to think about this from me. I feel what you're asking for here is connection. It's not about chasing, it's about maintaining the relationship. It sounds like you value quality time together, and he doesn't. Simple as that. You've been engaged for 4 years? He refers to himself as old and tired, and he's 31? Girl, this relationship looks like Weekend at Bernie's. Stop propping it up and acknowledge that unless things seriously change, it's not moving forward. Using chase makes it sound like some extreme contribution. What he actually means is effort, and he doesn't think he has to make an effort anymore. All relationships need and deserve effort on both sides. Honestly, it sounds like he doesn't even want to do the bare minimum. I'm sorry my heart hurts for you. Sorry, do you guys mean going on dates instead of chasing? Going to concerts together, going on holidays away together, doing a cooking class together are actually dates. If your fiancé of 4 years can't be bothered taking you out on dates, then I'd probably try getting with someone who actually likes you. My fiancé would actually cry if I said this to him, and implied to him that going on dates was too much hard work. Maybe I'm missing something, but why would a man chase his fiancée when they have been together for 8 years? Do you mean dates?